How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with some Black Desert Mobile. We're looking at the Field of Valor today and just how to get the absolute most out of it we possibly can. Well, the silver in there is really not that impressive, especially considering the hot time is not for Field of Valor. And this is absolutely official. There will not be a Field of Valor hot time this time, so use up all of your tokens ASAP. Use them up. They're not worth saving anymore. So get them out of the way on a daily basis unless you want to spend 24 straight hours on the last day running Valor. So get your Valor runs done daily. It takes 2 hours to do 4 runs. What I highly suggest is finding a group of 5 people that you're going to do this with every single day, picking a time, and then between the 5 of you, you can take turns as to who's carrying and who's having their alts carried. This is going to be a fantastic way to capitalize on Valor and really get the biggest thing is the experience. The silver is okay. We have pretty equal attainable amounts of silver elsewhere, especially considering this hot time is not for Valor. I repeat myself on that a million times. Now, I'm going to dive into some calculations, and we're going to find out if the experience buff from your camp, soups, and the pretzels affect what we're actually getting in Valor or not. Alrighty, fresh Valor. This is a really good carry group here. So it's a 4-person lobby, which is ideal with 3 ascended. Hard carrying me at level 57. Starting experience 45%, level 57. Let's see how it goes. Testing. All right. This has been a crazy run so far. Really strong carry. 3 ascended people can cover this map really well. I'd actually be really interested in doing a test with 2 ascended carrying 1 person, but I don't know if I don't think the 2 ascended are going to efficiently keep the mobs down enough. Plus, it's a lot to ask, you know, for 2 people to just solo carry, because you know that if they're not efficiently getting stuff, they're not leveling properly. But 56%, 56.1% so far, and it's been well, it was 10 minutes when I first jumped in here. Now it's been 11. Pretty crazy. This actually just completely dwarfs any experience we've received prior in trying to power level alts. All right, we're gonna do a few 1-minute experience tests here to really get a feel for the experience per minute, because often when you're getting carried, you'll die. So, and if you're not super attentive, which not everyone can be over the course of like 2, 3, 4 hours of straight Valor, so it's best to try to grasp at a experience per minute. So we're going to start this the second our experience ticks up. It's at 70.2 right now, and I wait for it to hit 70.3 and hit start. So there, our chrono up has started. It may not have updated on the screen yet, but there it is. Yep, 4 seconds. So we're going to take a look at what we get to over the course of a minute. And that'll be a good representation of how this extrapolates over the whole Valor. Obviously, just multiply that by 30. 70.6. That's actually just crazy how fast this is. Level 57. These are like torture levels. Now, it's not like 69 to 70. Don't get me wrong. That's a whole different story. But when you're just trying to get your alts to be ascended, still those 57, 58, 59, 60. Those levels are just horrible, because you farm so much slower when you're not ascended as well. Like your character just gets jacked up the second you hit level 60. 71.2, 54, 55, 56, 71.3. Can we hit 71.4? No, we cannot. Oh, you know, we did. We call it. We'll call it 71.4. Loading in to another hard carry Valor. Big shout out to Plumboy Fierce and Vane of the Heidel America server. Thank you so much for this carry and just helping me get an idea of just how crazy experience can be inside these Valor runs. Let's go ahead and do another 1-minute experience test right here as well. So I'm going to reset my timer, wait for it to tick over. 74.1. Let's grab the next one. 74.2. Okay, timer's live. Yeah, these Valor runs are seriously the trick to getting all of your alts to 60. It's a pretty crazy fast method as well, and not to mention profitable, because you get that main hand and offhand 1 slot when you hit 60. So if you're doing like 6 or 7 alts, then all of a sudden you've basically created a spare Laverdo Rosar set, assuming you already have one on your main. And if you don't, boom, congrats, there's your Laverdo Rosar on your main. So we're coming in at 37, 38, 39, 40. Now, we started this at 74.4, I'm pretty sure. 74.9, 75. We hit 75.1, 7, 58, 59. Yeah, we'll call it 75.1. All right, so that was 0.7% a minute. So you can expect that times 30. Obviously, there's going to be some skewed results there where having people properly spread out or not from one run to another, or just how everyone moves around the map throughout the run, and people dying has a massive effect, which is why I like to take a 1-minute snapshot of ideal conditions and try to get that idea of what you can actually expect from the run. So at level 57, you can expect 21% experience, which is pretty crazy. Now, things I haven't tried out, and this is not taking these snapshots are actually going to be a good way of trying to get an idea as to whether or not these soups are having an effect experience-wise. So now I'm gonna pop all my soups and my experience buffs, and then see if we get a different percentage from a minute test. All right, just to make sure, try to grasp outliers in data. We're gonna do one more quick 1-minute test on just having popped our Field of Valor buff from the camp, the statue buff. I'm waiting for 81.5. There it is. Nope. We're gonna stop, reset. Oh, 81.6. There we go. We seem to have a better spread on the people killing now. There's a really good coverage on the field. I'm hardly seeing any monsters spawn. It looks like in 20 seconds, nope, 21. 81.9 is 82. $40. See, we're already past that 0.7, which felt pretty steady. And a 50% increase on 0.7 should technically only be around 10 like a full 1%, which makes sense. 57, 58, 59, and 60. So we're coming in at a 1.1% from that minute. So that, for me, we'll do one more. One more just to be really, really sure. There's 82.7. I'm starting it here. 82.7. Oops. Nope. We didn't reset. 82 point. We'll do 83 flat. Here we go. We're a tad late on 83 click, but still, we're looking for a difference of around 0.3 to 0.4%. Not just 0.1, so that if there's a little bit of a skew there, that's not going to affect us too much. So far, actually, I do believe that the experience tower buff from your camp is affecting your experience you are gaining in Valor, which is interesting. Oh, don't die on me! Don't die on me! Dying ruins my minute. 83.7. See, 83.8. This is how much we were getting right now with previous to the popping the pillar. 83.9, and we're gonna get really we're pretty much at the 1% mark now. We're gonna hit the 84.1 for sure. 84.1. So basically 1%, which if you're at 0.7 and you get a 50% increase, you should expect to gain an extra 3.5. Putting you around the 1% mark. So it definitely looks like the 2-hour experience buff from your camp is working. So now what we're going to do is pop, we're going to pop our soups. Now, the soup descriptions are exactly the same. So if one soup works, both soups should work. So we can pop both soups pretty confidently. 10% field combat experience for 2 hours. This one's going to be a little harder to feel because the difference is just going to be like 10% is very far off 50%. And the little skew in data is it's going to be really hard to notice, but the descriptions are exactly the same as the soups. So I'm going to go ahead and pop both soups and just see if they work. So we're looking to pop another 1 minute track here. I'm going to stop, reset my timer. 85.1. I'm waiting for 85.2. Hit it right there on the point. By the way, the cool background sounds you are hearing are none only than our lovely Scarlet hanging out with me today while I'm trying to get some recording done. Admittedly, I don't remember what the point blank percent was when I started this, so we'll just have to see what it is, and I'll pull up the footage and blink back in afterwards and see how much we gained. Now we dropped a 100% experience increase after clicking this. So it should be extremely noticeable. Now I'm expecting a 100% increase of our base. I don't... Whoa, Scarlet. I'm expecting a 100% increase of our base, so that should only really be a 0.7 increase overall, because I don't think these percents these stack. They should only really stack on your existing base already. So 57, 58, 59, and 60. Can I get 87.1? Not really. So this was 87%. Now, looking back at the footage, I can confirm it was 85.2% to 87% in that minute. So soups absolutely work, which means our pretzel will absolutely work, and our totem, the experience totem in your camp, is absolutely working inside these Valors. So pop them, and we're going to be getting some crazy experience now. So I'm assuming, or my calculations were right in the sense that it was adding another approximate 0.7. So your base 100%. They're not multiplying each other, which means our pretzel should add another 0.07%. So it'll still get you an extra 0.1 probably in your 1 minute span. So you should expect 1.9% ish per minute at level 57, which is crazy. Like 1.9 times your 30 minutes you're in here, 57% of a level at level 57 in 30 minutes, which means you're going from 57 to 58 in under an hour. Field of Valor, absolutely insane experience rates. And you're also leveling alts. Like you could be in here on alts, pumping people to 60 in record time. Our friend here is not having the best day, but we're getting through it together. Make sure you do your Valors on a daily. That's your takeaways from this. These soups are absolutely working. You want to use both your soups if you have them. That's 100% base experience boost. It's always base. That's a great way to look at things. And do not forget about the pretzels. They're another 10% experience. You might as well get them used up. This is a great time for it. I'm going to say this is probably one of the highest base experience rates you're going to see for a very, very long time. So the way that Hot Time interacts with things like soup and it's all modifications of your base amount of experience you're getting. We're getting such an incredible amount of base experience because there's 5 people killing things in Valor that nothing touches this. This is the absolute best time to use soups or any experience modifier that you have. Even better than using it while field farming on Hot Time, because that's your soups and your bagels are not multiplying the Hot Time. They're just also multiplying your base experience, so it feels like you're gaining a lot. But pop your soups, pop your bagels, and do not forget to pop your experience totem statue in your camp. That's going to be massive. And if you don't have it, what I highly suggest you doing is building all 3 of them. Build all 3 statues, and then you can just store the ones you're not using. And if you have it stored, you can actually live swap between them. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Take advantage of Valor while we have it. get those alts leveled up to 60. Honestly, I hope I can get every single one of my alts to 60. This witch went from 54 to 60 just today alone. That is out of this world. I couldn't even have dreamt that. But having a full alt lineup, all ascended at level 60, is going to feel really, really awesome. Not to mention the free main hand and offhands that you're going to get in the process, allowing you to finish off that Rosar, finish off that Laverdo, or start working on new ones for your alts. Or maybe all of your alts are just using those new sets of shiny orange gear. All the better. Higher CP for the alt tower, we call it. Tower of trials, something like that. And yeah. Thanks again. Until next time, smash that subscribe button and stay classy.